Yeah, you're welcome. I am teaching on this or that, the proxemics of a pronominal. This is what I want to teach today. And I hope that you will be able to learn something new. Many of us use this particular thing wrongly, but today I'm hoping that we'll be able to learn something new about it. So let's do it. So the topic is called this or that, the proxemics of a pronominal. And my name is Professor Mlara Mwabuzi. I'm going to be taking you on this now. So the first thing we're going to look at is that today we look at the pronouns, the two pronouns this and that. Many times the way we use them is usually a problem, but we are going to look at the proper way to use them today. We also look at their plural versions, and we're able to see the difference between these two. So this is what I want us to do today. So traditionally, when we look at pronouns, what would we call them? We say that they are used instead of noun, that they're representing nouns. But the shift in the grammar now has actually shown that they are also present in the English lexicon. So most grammarians now will not agree with it, but that is not the focus today. The focus today is actually on that simple usage, how you can use these pronouns. That is the simple thing we want to talk about or do today. Um, so let's look at it now. What I want us to do is that we focus on the fact that when you use them, how do you use them? And then let's leave the science of it to the grammarians. So it's as simple as that. So we are looking at this demonstratives. Now, demonstratives are seen as pronouns, or they can also be seen as adjectives. But today we are going to be talking about the pronouns. So that's the focus we are going to have today. So let's look at the examples here. Let's look at the proxemics of this and that. Now, when you use this has to do with how near the object is to you. So this um, is your book. It means that this book that I'm holding is mine. So I'm holding it, it is my book. Now, if I say this is my house, that means the house I'm living in is my house. However, if I say that is your dog, that means that dog that we are pointing at belongs to you. Or that is her mom. That means that woman that we are looking at is her mom. So that has to do with how far it is to you. Whereas this has to do with how near. So that you don't mix them up. You know that when you are making reference, you know the particular one you are talking about. And this is very, very important when we want to speak well. Now, can you give some examples? If you're online now, if you can give me an example of to show this difference, can you give me an example of this and that? Can you try that and let us see if you can show these examples in your usages? Just give a sentence or two in the comments and let me know what you think of that. So this is what we want us to do today. So I'm waiting. I'll have a bit of pause and hear from you guys. If I've learned anything of value, let me hear. Okay, so I'll go on if I'm not having examples, but as you watch this video at any point, please make sure in the comment you give these examples for me to know that you're actually following. So let's look at the plurals of this, the plural this and those. When I say this is my house, I'm talking about one house. When I say these are my houses, I'm talking about many houses. That is, once it is more than one, then I can use the pronominal this. Now, when I say that is your bag, that means that I'm talking about one bag. Now, I'm talking, of course, you remember when I said before that this has to do with near and that has to do with far. And when I also said that this, that is the plural, has to do with near, and those has to do with far. So you should not forget that. When I said that is your bag, I'm talking about one bag. When I say those are your shoes, I'm talking about more than one shoe. So it is very, very important. But the difference here is that we are not showing that when it is one, it is a singular, but when it is more than one, it is plural. So this is key for you to understand. So how are these examples of this and those? What is the basic difference that they have? in these two pronouns. What basic difference do we have? You remember that we have talked about one is near, one is far, but both of them are basically, you can call them, they are both representing the plural form of the pronominals we are concerned about today. So I want you to also give examples in sentences. What examples can you give using this and those? Can anybody try that? Can anybody try to give all these examples? Okay. Somebody is trying to learn English. That is good. So in the comments, you can give me the examples. But let me move on to how we can actually score ourselves. So you are expected to give correct demonstrative pronouns in these structures. And see, some of the structures I gave, like I gave the example of this, it should belong to them. You look at this. That woman is her mom. Then you look at this girl. Is this girl? Can that be used as a singular or a plural? So when we look at through the 10 examples I gave here, you can score yourself. You can attempt them and then you score yourself. So let's go to the next thing and try and find out how we performed. Now score yourself and let us see against this example and the answers I've given here. These shoes belong to them. That woman is her mom. So because the first one says shoes, so you cannot use this. You have to use this. I'm trying to see the comment there. So we then, because woman is only one, we can use that. Girl is one, so this again will fit in there. But when you say places, those is what will fit in there. So then when you talk about cutlass, yes, these men are the one that own the cutlass, but cutlass is only one, so you can only use that. And the same thing also with children, because children are more than one, then you cannot use this, you have to use those. So this, I mean, you cannot use that, rather, you have to use those. So these are the ways that we actually find that we can use this. So you need to learn that the proxemics is a very important part of this. That is how near or how far. That's what I mean by that. How near or how far an object is, or your point of reference is. So it's very, very important. So you need to just understand that when you are making use of these two pronouns or their plural forms. So it is very, very important. So this is the key point. So you can go. I'm going to upload this to the YouTube. The screen. So when you are watching it on YouTube, you can make your comments there. Even here now, if you have comments on TikTok, you can actually use your. I'm live on both, so you can make your comments and let me have them. What do you think of what that we have done this afternoon? So remember to like this video. Remember to share it. You can subscribe to my channel. You can hit the notification button, and with this you get more people to get this value, you get more people to learn and to be able to understand how to use this particular pronouns. Then let us continue this conversation. I have different points at which you can reach me. My telegram channel, you can subscribe to my telegram channel or send me a chat. um the telegram channel name is Omularan Wapisi Company. You can also join my Facebook group. That is, you can like my Facebook page, then join our Facebook group that is called the High Flyers Club. We are giving a lot of value there too. And then our Twitter, follow me on IG and on Twitter at Omolore and Wabweze, and I'll be glad to show you more. By the grace of God, I'm going to do more of this and you get value and improve your ability to communicate in the English language. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I do not take it for granted. I'm waiting for your comments, your questions, and I will respond to them as I receive them.